My name is Messerschmidt, and I'm the head of developer advocacy at PayPal and Braintree within Europe, Middle East, and Africa. My team is in charge of being in contact with the developer community, acting as a feedback channel towards PayPal and Braintree, and obviously also trying to make sure that our community gets exactly the resources they need in order to develop against our APIs and SDKs. And obviously, we really try to educate our users, the startups and developers, in the different landscapes of payments, security, convenience for our users, user research, and that's different kind of areas where we are active in.
Okay, you've been talking here in Codemotion about many things, like Internet of Things, for instance. Can you develop this, please?
Absolutely. So in the keynote that I held yesterday, I've been talking about pretty much the Internet of Things becoming the one big answer for retail. If you're looking at the situation in supermarkets, if you're looking at traditional shops, what we call brick and mortar stores, you run into the issue that people don't know what you really want. The shop assistant doesn't have any customer service management tools. He cannot use Twitter to get your feedback and all those kind of things, right? Because he's simply not connected to the internet. Lots of stores that you see, even big chains, actually don't even have point-of-sale devices that are being connected to the internet. Now, if we look into the near future, Gartner, a market research agency, actually said that in 2020, we are going to have 26 billion devices connected to the internet, IoT devices. So we see this huge disparity, this huge gap between traditional commerce, the stores, and the internet, right? And to me, the IoT pretty much helps to bring both worlds together into one vision. So if I go to my favorite bakery, I don't need to bring out my cash. I can pay with my credit card or with my PayPal account. If I want to have recommendations on the best new coffee shops around me, nowadays I use something like Yelp or Foursquare, right? And then based on these things, I should get loyalty. So if I come back 5 times, I should get a free coffee. Yeah. And those kind of things are actually really hard to realize for those merchants because they need to start printing coupons and so on, right? And that's actually okay if you're a big brand like Starbucks. Yeah. But if you're a small coffee shop, that's obviously very difficult to do. And we see IoT as actually the big answer to these kind of things as well, because you can place an iPad into your store, you use 1 or 2 apps and maybe a hardware device, and then you get all those kind of loyalty bonuses as well.
Mm-hmm. How's been the implementation of this here in Spain?
So if we look at the market in Spain, we actually see first big projects that really touch people's daily business. Like we've been interacting with the railway company Renfe. Yeah. So people can start actually buying their train tickets with PayPal. And obviously we always look for new pioneering projects, for prototypes that we can do. I mean, we shouldn't even just look at Spain, we should look at all across EMEA or even globally, right? There's a lot of really interesting things that we can do, like automated selling machines, vending machines. We can go to point-of-sale devices again, which I think is really interesting. We have cafes actually in Berlin nowadays that start accepting PayPal. If you go, obviously, to the Silicon Valley, yeah, that's the big bubble where you see all this cool new technology. But it actually comes over the ocean and it actually comes over to Europe. And I think people getting used to buying their train tickets with PayPal and other online payment methods is a great way to get started, right? So we get used to actually educating our users, and the users get very sensible towards this technology. I think the big issue, obviously, for a long time was that people didn't really get the chance to use this technology on a daily basis. And if I use something maybe once a month or even just once every 6 months, I don't really get to this point where I want to really have it all around me, right? Yeah. But if I can use it on my daily commute to work or to school, to get my kids to school, I think that's something where people slowly actually start getting this demand for new technology.
Mm-hmm. Really interesting. Thank you very much, Tim, for having shared this moment with us. And, well, we're hoping to see you soon here in Spain.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.